is a preliminary issue regarding cross-examination by Mr. Ramosepele on behalf of accused number 2. He put it to Colonel Steyn that Ms. Zandile Khumalo testified that upon their return from the hospital, their phones were immediately confiscated when they returned home.
Is it not the following day?
Yes, I pointed out the error to him, and both are at idiom that that is not her evidence. She did not say that. If we look at page 24 of the record of the 19th of July 2023, Ms. Khumalo testified as follows from line 10. The state asked him, "What time did you leave the hospital?" Ms. Khumalo, "I cannot remember the exact time, but it was already very late, between 11 going to 12. Then the state asked him, "You may proceed." She then testified, "We then alighted from the vehicle and then just lifted up the tapes and went inside the house." And she says it was herself, Kelly, her mother, and Jumelo. And at line 19 on page 24, she testified as follows: "When we got inside the house, there were many people. The police and others were introducing themselves as Brigadier so and so. There were just many of them." So nowhere, my lord, does she say that the phones were confiscated
As soon as
upon arrival. And on page 25 of the record, she testified as follows at line 15. "When we look around just to see where the other phones were, my mother recalled that she was busy charging her phone on top of the stove, and it was still there." That is the only reference to a cell phone. So, my lord, all the cross-examination that was premised on the fact that Ms. Khumalo testified that upon their return from the hospital, their phones were confiscated, will have to be struck from the record. At best, my lord, on page 33, Mr. Madlala, Tumelo Madlala testified as follows at line 12, said, "We went back to Kelly's home where the incident transpired," that is now from the hospital. And he testified further that upon our arrival there, we found the police officers were there, and the area had been cordoned off with yellow tapes. Then at line 20, Mr. Madlala, "These are the tapes that have been put by the police there." Then at line 23.
This is not re-examination.
Yes, no, I'm just correcting the, and Mr. Ramosepele doesn't object because this is what he put on record, my lord. I'm just correcting what he put.
I'm also for the defense here. This is not cross-examination.
I've made it clear that before we start with re-examination, we just want to correct the record, and that's what we're doing. Then at page 23, Mr. Madlala testified as follows. "Now, there were a lot of police officers that were there, and they were asking me questions and writing down as I was busy." Then on page 36, the state asked him, "Now, did you have a cell phone on that day?" And he testified as follows. Line 4, "Yes, it was a Samsung X3, white in color, that I was in possession of." And the state then asked him, "Now, did anything happen to your phone on that day?" Let me put it this way: when you were escorted to Malbatten, did you still have the phone? And Mr. Madlala then answered at line 9, "I was no longer in possession of the cell phone. They took it and they put it in some plastic bag that was sealed." And the state then asked him, "Was it only your phone that the police took on the day of the night?" Mr. Madlala then answered, "No, I did not know pertaining to the others." And he then testified follows. Mine was taken at the time I was talking to this particular person and we were standing close to the door. Now, that is Spaza, we were standing there and when my phone was taken from me, and then the state asked him, at what stage was the phone taken from you? Then Mr. Madlala answered, I did not know what they were actually doing because they said that they had to take my cell phone and there were other things that were done to me as well, and thereafter a while we were taken to Mountbatten. Then the interpreter added, earlier on the witness indicated that it was now in the early hours of the morning or the dawn of the day. So according to Mr. Madlala, his phone was taken in the early hours of the day before they proceeded to Mountbatten.
Aphinde futhi ke hlome ke ufakazi ngemibuzo uzama ukuthi alungiseke obekushiwo ke Mr. Ramusipile kuyena ke ufakazi ngokuthi uzandile khumalo kubufakazi bakhe ke washo ke ukuthi kathi bebuya ke esibhedlele aphucwa noma ke athathwa ke ama cell phones abo uthi uyafunda ke kule record ke ukhulumile ngo page 24 ange 19 zika July 2023 kanye ke ku line 19 no page 25 la ashilo ke ukuthi kubufakazi bakhe abshilo ukuthi uma bebuya ke esibhedlele bangenile ke endlini badlula ke konaka ama tapes la amaphoyisa avala ngawo akukho la asho khona ke noma akhuluma ngama cell phone ukuthi athathwa ke nokuthi ke isiphi isikhathi athathwa ngawo nokuthi futhi ke uma ekhuluma nge cell phone ke ukhulume nge cell phone kama wakhe ukuthi uma wakhe wasekhumbula ke ukuthi i cell phone yakhe yayicharger phezulu kwazo i stove wathi umebuyela ke wathola ke i cell phone yakhe isekhona lapho okusho ukuthi ke akukho la kubufakazi bakho uzandile asho khona ke nanjengoba uMr. Ramusipile shilo ukuthi ama cell phones abo athathwa uma bebuya uTumelo Madlala umuntu okhulumile ke ngokuthathwa kwe cell phone yakhe ke ashilo ukuthi kwakuyi Samsung S3 eyayimhlophe ngombala nokuthi ke yathathwa ke entathakusa ngale uthema sebehamba beya khona ke eMalbertine i cell phone yakhe yayise ingasekho kuyena ngoba ke yayise ithathiwe kuyena futhi yafakwa ke ngaphakathi kwesikhwama ke esiwuplastic.
Now, Colonel Steyn, Advocate Mshololo, just put it to you now that WhatsApp call was not operational in 2014. I just want to refer you to Exhibit K3. On page 3 thereof, K3.
I know the one you're referring to is event call.
It's fine. You can,
I've got it. Is
can
it?
have a look at this
No,
one.
no, I don't have it.
You testified, Colonel, that these were the applications or the apps that were on the phone of Mrs. Kelly Kumalo.
That's correct.
Now, on that page, page 3, can you just place that information on record?
I just want to place on record, my lord, there was a WhatsApp application on her phone. So if she mentioned that WhatsApp call wasn't in working that time, it's not true.
Wait. The incident happened in 2014.
That's correct. End of
So-
2014 when they download the phone.
Yeah.
On the download, it mentioned the WhatsApp.
So you say it was the WhatsApp.
That's
Operational.
correct. It was in operation.
Okay, fine.
Uma ebuza ke imibuzo uadvocate Mshololo ushilo ukuthi ke uWhatsApp ngalesa sikhathi ke ngo2014 wayengasebenzi ke ngicela ke ubheke lana ke uthi ke uma ibheka ke uKennedy ke uthi ke uma kwenziwa ke isicelo lana sikhona ke isicelo sayo ke iWhatsApp okusho ukuthi ke bengasilona ke iqiniso ukuthi uWhatsApp wayengekho ke ngaleso sikhathi noma iWhatsApp call
Sorry, my lord, to interject the re-examination of my learned colleague. My friend, my lord, we need to clarify this issue of the applications that were in that device, because I've done the same research, and for the truthfulness of this aspect to come out, we can even request during the break time for Mr. Steyn to go and verify.
You know what I'm suggesting? You must call your own expert, because this expert.
Yes,
Wait.
No, then we are agreed, my lord.
You're supposed to be giving expert evidence.
Okay, that's
and
fine.
here is Ratamokotling,
Yes.
who doesn't know a skeleton from a skull,
Yeah, no, that's fine, my lord.
trying
I mean, that's
to
it. Thank you.
correct him.
Yeah,
Bring your own evidence. You're at liberty to do that.
okay.
We can recall him if George still exists.
Thank you, my lord. I mean, that's it.
I think it's incorrect to say WhatsApp only. Remember, this witness specified, said it's a call. Now, the question that is before this call is whether it's from a WhatsApp call, whether it's from an Android, or whether it's from a BBM call. To say WhatsApp, that's not enough. It must be WhatsApp call. Because in 2014, and I maintain that I'm going to call an expert model. In fact,
Yes,
we'll call
that's
5 if needs be.
Yeah.
WhatsApp call in 2014, WhatsApp call had not yet been operative in South Africa.
Yes. Mr.
WhatsApp, yes, it was in operation when you send a message, but call wasn't. We'll call 5 if needs be.
Yes, Mr. Baloyi.
I think there's a point of argument.
Yeah.
The witness has already answered. I also want to show you exhibit triple K in brackets 2. You can have this one if you don't have it. Reference is made to WhatsApp and the number ending with 202. What does it refer to?
It also-
WhatsApp in that context?
Yeah, it also referred to WhatsApp. COM point WhatsApp,
Yes.
all the
And
transactions.
the date?
Lana ke ikhuluma ngale number u202 nalana ke ikhuluma ngo-COM ukuthi ke uWhatsApp.
No, there's no date.
There's no
mentioned.
date, yeah.
And she saved it.
Yeah.
Yes. But just for record purpose, just identify exhibit triple K.
It's an exhibit triple K2.
2. Okay.
Lona ngembhekile ke izibithi u-triple K2.
All right.
Colonel Steyn, you were questioned at length as to why the transactions that appear on page 23 of your exhibit by almost all counsel, exhibit O in brackets 1, page 23 of your exhibits don't appear in the section 25, in particular exhibit triple J1, paragraph 9 of Ms. Filingham's affidavit. Just to summarize your evidence, you testified that the two calls in question, the one on the 2nd of August and the 15th of August 2014, said those both calls were data communication. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Ngishilo ukuthi amabili ke lama-call ke ngeyi-2 zika-August kanye futhi neyi-15 zika-October ukuthi kwakuxhumana ke ngedata.
And the essence of your evidence is that you can only find the call-related data on the downloads as per exhibit triple K4.
That's correct.
Nokuthi ke ukuthola lokho ke kuma-downloads laphayana ke izibithi u-triple K4.
And does Vodacom have access to that information as per exhibit 4?
No, no, my lord.
uVodacom yena ke akanayo ke imininingwane noma ke le lolwazi ke noma lokhu kubizwa ukuthi le information ke elapha ke kulama downloads noma ku triple K4.
Now, It was put to you by Advocate Mnisi for accused number 3 that your evidence is a fabrication. And in support of that proposition, he referred you to Exhibit K4, call record of the downloads, and you were taken through the date of the 2nd of August 2014, and also the date of the 15th of October 2015, as appears on the 3rd page from the end. And the proposition was put to you that the fact that there's no chronology in the times. For instance, you have on the first page you have AM, then you've got PM, and same with the 15th of October. Now, that was the basis of the proposition, that the fact that there's no chronology on the times, that indicates that your evidence is a fabrication. What is your comment?
My comment is it's definitely not a fabrication. That is the way in which I receive it. You can see all the transactions or communications or something was done, let's say on the 2nd of August. It's numeric according to the date, nothing about the time. You must read the whole day.
Fanele lana ke kuyena ku triple K4 lona ke ngoba umshushisi ke uyambuza noma uthi ke uadvocate Mnisi ushilo ke kuwena ukuthi ubufakazi bakho uma sibheka ku triple K4 ubufakazi ke obungasilona ke iqiniso uthi ke uma ubheka ke lana ke kuyakutshengisa ke noma ke kuyinkomba ke ukuthi ngempela ke kukhona okwenzeka ke ngalo lelanga kufanele ubheke futhi ke idate ngazo i2 zika August.
Well, it's time for the long adjournment. Can we then take the long adjournment?
We're still going to go on with him.
Yes, I think we'll safely finalize him today, my lord.
What's the time now?
It's
How long will you be with him?
just after 1.
How long do you think?
Maybe another 10 minutes or so, my lord.
Yeah, why don't you sit?
At most, right?
It is going to be 10 minutes. If it's more than that, fine. We can adjourn.
Now, I just want to refer you to page 70. Page 51 of the record of the 3rd of June 2024. I don't think you have it. The evidence of Ms. Finalizing, and I just want to put her evidence on record for your comment. She testified as follows: Ms. Finalizing, you cannot differentiate between a call or a message under GPRS data because it is internet usage. Do you have any comment?
I agree with her, my lord.
Lana ke uthi umfundela ke ufakazi bakhe ke uMiss Finalizing ngamlona ke wako Vodacom ku page 51 kunge-3 zika June kuwona ke lonyaka la ashilo khona ke ukuthi angeke uhlukaniseke phakathi kwe-colleague noma i-message ke ngaphansi kwayo ke i-GPRS data ngoba ke ngoba konke ukusetshenziswa kwayo i-internet. Umephendula ke uthi yebo ngiyavumelana naye.
That's why it's good to have the cell phone physically in your possession to download it. Then you got the rest of the information.
Ingakho ke kusemqoka ke ukuthi ke ube nomakhalekhukhwini uqobo ke ukuthi ke udownload ila khona ke uzoba nayo yonke information.
Yes. And if you look at exhibit K4, the last column there, references made to device.
That's correct, my lord.
What does that mean?
It's made to the handset, the device.
Okay, what do you?
The device is the handset.
Lana ke gcineni ke umubheka ke le column yogcina ke kubhaliwe ke device ikhuluma ngaye ke umakhalekhukhwini uqobo.
And if you go to the top, there's then storage. So it's been storage in the device, in the handset.
But lapha phezulu kubhaliwe ke u-storage lokho kusho ukuthi ke loyo ke imininingwane ke egciniwe ke khona kuyena umakhalekhukhwini uqobo.
Now, Advocate Mnisi and Advocate Ncholole, in fact, all counsel asked you about the addition of the 2 hours to the downloads. In cross-examination by Advocate Nisi, you referred to the abbreviation UCT, UTC, sorry, that was not probed further. What does that stand for?
It stands for Universal Time Constant. It's the same as happened this weekend. The Springboks was playing around about 5 o'clock, and we was watching the game around about 11, 12. So Australia got 7 hours, we got 2 hours, which you have to add all.
Uma sikhuluma ke ngayo ke i-UTC yinto ke ekhuluma ke noma ke kukhuluma ngesikhathi ke futhi ke nangamazwe ke ahlukene bese yenza ke isibonelo ngomdlalo ke oma Springboks ukuthi ke ubudlala ke ngo5 kodwa thina ke bese ubheke noma sibuke ngo11 bo iAustralia inoma hora awu7 thina ke la amahora amabili.
Yeah, just to adumbrate on that point. But you're watching the same event at the same time.
That's correct.
Kodwa ke sibheke noma sibuke into eyodwa futhi ke ngesikhathi esodwa.
Then Advocate Numal, on behalf of accused number 4, referred you to page 71 of the record regarding the addition of the 2 hours on the downloads. And he referred to the following passage on page 71, line 12. The state says, it says, I'm outside, 26 October 2014, the time is given as 04:57:36.
That's correct.
And the state then asks you, what is the actual time? You then say the actual time will be 06, in other words, 18:57, just before 7, 1900 hours.
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo kuyiqiniso ke lana ke ubuzwa ke noma ke uadvocate noma lo ke uye wakhomba ke page 71 la uyabuza ke umshushisi ukuthi ke kusho ukuthi ke ngaphandle ke nge26 kaOctober 2014 isikhathi sinikezwe nanjengo 05:57:36 yebo kusho ukuthini ke lokho kusho ukuthi ke esona sikhathi ke u06 ngamanye amagama ke kuphambi nje kwehora lesikhombisa 18:57.
Then Advocate Numalo further referred you to exhibit O in brackets 2, your exhibit. The downloads on Mr. Longwe's phone, the very last sentence thereof,
On page,
that will be page 45 to 46.
okay.
Yeah, page 46, in fact. That last column there, it says I'm outside. The time is given as 26 October 2014, 04:57. I just want to refer you to Exhibit J1. That is the section 205 from Vodacom. It's page 2186. I'll just ask my colleague just to show that on the screen. If you can just identify for us that exhibit,
The transactions, what time?
just the exhibit on the screen,
Yeah.
yes. Is it correct that it's section 25 from Vodacom?
That's correct, yes.
Yona ke 205 aba Vodacom le.
If you refer to and what is the number in respect of which the 25 refers?
The number is 27608 0436.
Yes. And this was identified as whose number?
I think Salo 12.
Yes. The one that was used by Longway.
Longer, that's correct.
Yes.
The number ke 276080400436. Even number ke betweke in number yakhe ke ulongwe.
If you can refer to the eighth transaction from the top, just refer to the number at 1857 and 35.
That's good, that's correct.
Just put that information and record the number, the date, the time, and the call type.
The number in question is 27608 040436, and the date is 26 October 2014. 1850, we must mention the call.
Yes, the time?
The time is 21:01:59.
No, just the one above that.
Well, the time is 18:57:38.
No, 35.
Well, 45. And there's
Yes.
a MO SMS. It's a SMS made to the number. The number belongs to Zandi. It's 27746766 669.
Yes.
Lana ke the number ke 27608040436 26 October 2014 isikhathi 1857 nama-second awu 35 i-SMS eyenziwe ke yenziwa kwinumber ke yakhe uZandi 2774667 66669.
Now, if you look at the information on page 46, is there any relationship between this call on Triple J1 and the transaction there on page 46?
It's on page 40, 48 or
46 of your affidavit. That last entry there, the one that we've just referred to earlier on.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm not feeling well.
Okay.
She said on page 50.
Page 46. Would you want a brief adjournment?
Please.